Hello and welcome to my channel. It is January the 13th, 2021. I'm going to go over how to protect our freedoms. That's right. Now, this is just probably the beginning of many videos. I don't know. But as I mentioned yesterday, this is a very good topic that really requires great thought and great reflection on what we could do to help preserve what freedoms we have and to get back some of the freedoms we may have lost down the lines. Most importantly, I think we need to become more vocal. We need to become more organized. Now, what I mean by that, I mean we actually go do marches. We actually form groups of like-minded people and spread our values and actually get back to a moral um, foundation. That means yes, don't rob, don't murder, all those bad things. Actually, get back to having a foundation that can't be toppled down by one brick getting out of place. I think that's the first and foremost thing that we need to find like minded people because, there's strength in numbers. Second thing is we really need to get involved in the local levels. Yeah, federals have consequences and you may not see the effects right away, but local is going to have dramatic impacts of your life. For example, I live in Austin. Every year I get this thing from the city of Austin says I owe so much because I own a house. Every year it keeps on going up and up and up and up. That's a very direct impact on my life because I don't really spend that much like towards the last half of the year. I usually go pay my property tax, pay my federal taxes within the first couple of months, and then 3 or 4 months, I kind of have fun with my money that I saved up. And towards the second half, I start saving for the dreaded property tax. This year it's 6,500. Yeah, that's $6,500 that I'm going to owe in property taxes in Austin. Next year is probably going to be close to 8,000. See, those are the direct full impacts that we need to fix. That's going to have more meaning than a presidential or House of Representative or even a senator would have on your life. So we need to organize on a local level to fix our city. Now I think once we fix our city, that's going to probably have a ripple effect, which then we're going to fix our states. And once we fix our states, that means that we're going to have secure elections because the states manage the elections, and we can start maybe stripping away with some of the unwanted laws, especially towards the Second Amendment. Uh, and then we can focus on the federal level. Like I said, I've watched this one video. I kind of came up to this epiphany: if we fix the city, we fix the state. We fix the state, we fix the country. And I don't know how powerful that message, but just by typing it, it kind of brought chills down to my back, just because it just seemed like a powerful message. You fix the city, fix the state, fix the country, and it has to be in that order. Because we're not going to be able to fix cities if we're too busy trying to fix the federal level. And the same thing with states. You can't fix the country if our state is broken. Uh, so that means that we really have to get involved on a local level. That means we got to do real research on who we're voting to be mayor, who to vote we're putting on the um, city council, and especially the county level as well. Not even mention that our sheriffs that we vote on, and of course our school board. Um, School board is also another important one. I don't know if everyone here votes on the school board, but I know in Austin we do. I know each state is a little bit different. Yeah, so if we could find like-minded people on the school board, we could definitely fix the education system as well. I mean, that's kind of go part of fixing the city. We definitely need to be more vocal. We need to contact our local representations, both on a city or county up to a state level, and also really hammer down to our federal representation as well, to say, hey, you may not want to vote on that bill because we may primary you, or we may vote for the other team if it's a Republican or a Democrat. Which also kind of leads on to my next point. We need to break this dual party system that we have, because right now there's a monopoly of the Republican and Democrat Party. And it seems like right now that the Democrat Party won, but realistically, they really haven't won. I don't think people realize on a state level the losses that they took on a state level. And if you look at it, a lot of Republicans took state level positions from the Democrats. That's also going to have an impact as well moving forward. Because since 2020 was a census year, which means they're going to be redistricting a lot of the states. So I think Texas gained one or two, California lost one, I think maybe New York lost two up to three. That's going to have a major impact on the scale and how much representation will actually be there and how much power a state will have on the federal level. So it's those things that we really need to focus on moving forward to protect our freedoms. And that's just on a political level. Now, anytime like a bill comes up, I think there's tons of bills coming into Texas legislature about restricting gun use and stand your ground laws, and who could actually defend a house. Those definitely need to be important to speak up against, because anytime you put restrictions on when you can't or can't use lethal defense, that's definitely going to put you in danger. I think, for example, one of the bills in Texas is about to vote on in the coming session is only the owner of a dwelling can use lethal force. That means if I have a friend over, they can't protect themselves. Only I can protect them and myself, which sets a very dangerous precedence, because that means home invasions are going to be a lot more dangerous, because my friend protects himself and now he is in legal issue. So there's those things like that, those small things that we really need to focus on. Really focus on the city and state level, and then over time we'll fix the federal level, because the idea that our message will be spreading through that way, and we'll have more people behind us. Most importantly, to protect our freedoms, we really got to get organized. We really got to maybe do marches, get together with your groups, and just kind of march through your city to show awareness. Now, this has to be peaceful. I cannot stress this enough. It has to be peaceful, because only peaceful is going to really drive that message home. Like I said, it's a long game. This is a long game. They've been stripping our freedoms away for over 200 years. So we got to play the long, smart game. That's kind of like how the Democrats play, is that long game. They're willing to sacrifice other people for political gain. And while there is a method to that, and that has a valid point, we kind of have to play a similar game, as in we're going to get our message heard. It's going to be the long game. We're going to promote those that stand for our values. That means during primaries, we have to get heavily involved. I don't know if I'm going to be a Republican or a Democrat during the primaries, because I normally don't vote on primaries, because I don't support the two-party system. But we might have to start doing that for like the independents, because I know in Texas it's open enrollment, where you don't have to say, hey, I'm a Democrat, and prove that you're a Democrat. You can just vote and be like, I'm going to vote in the Democratic primary, and here's the people I want to vote for. That sends a powerful message to these people when you primary them out. I mean, that's kind of like how AOC won. She primaried a career politician. I don't think you quite understand how important that is. She primaried a career politician. This person was, I think, the second most powerful Democrat at the time. Was going to be the Speaker of the House, but AOC prevented that person from being Speaker of the House because she took his seat. We need disruptions like that. I think that would send a powerful message too, and we got to capitalize on that as well. Like I said, I'm just rambling. These are just thoughts. They're just kind of coming out because I really haven't really formed a step like a step plan on how to do this. But I think if we just stay politically involved, as in politically monitor people and watch how they vote, that'll go a long way as well. Leave a comment down below on what your thoughts are. Hit the smash and like subscribe button. If you're watching this on YouTube, I am on Rumble. So if you want to switch over to a platform that's going to be a little bit more free speech, go for it. That's another thing that we could do to preserve our freedom, especially for our First Amendment, since we have all these mega companies in control of our online speech, is start using platforms that value free speech. I can't stress that enough. So, like I said, I'm on Rumble. I'm not going to probably post the BitChute unless, I don't know, I might check them out again in a month, but I was having issues uploading and them taking a really long time, so who knows. But yeah, use alt tech sites. Send most of our traffic to them. I think that will also send a powerful message. But most importantly, have yourself a wonderful day, morning, and evening.